Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you can tell by the title of the video, I am going to be doing another redraw, my old OC, and today I am going to be drawing my old OC Syrie. So I'll put a picture of her right here so you guys can see what she used to look like. And similarly to the other ones that I've done in the past, I am going to be drawing them similar like pose or like similarly which way they're facing and stuff, just to keep it consistent so we can do kind of more of a direct comparison. And it's just kind of like a attempt to redraw her in my style today, as if like my younger self commissioned me to draw Verosi. So hopefully you can do this. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy, so I do apologize if my brain feels like a little dead, or if when I'm talking I'm gonna be like quite scattered brained. Any of like brush information, so like the brushes that I use for sketching or for painting or rendering, will be all in the description, as well as in a different, like I guess it'll be in the video in the description, so you can check that out if you have any questions. So hopefully I can, once I get like further along in the sketch, I'll talk a little bit more about kind of like the origin of Syrie. I'll probably include this in like the beginning of the video. I'll put like a list of my old OCs from the past, and I'll cross out the ones that I've already done, but you guys can choose the next OC that I can do a redraw of, and I'll take note of that and hopefully do another one, because I kind of have like a lot of fun doing these redraws, just because it's fun to revisit like my old OCs that I've kind of like low-key abandoned. I guess not low-key, they are abandoned basically. In the past, I drew eyes like super big. I don't think, like, I still draw eyes pretty large, but I think they're at least a better size than how I used to draw them. I just don't accidentally make her look too cross-eyed though. So Syrie's like outfit and stuff kind of changed as I grew older, and then she kind of like just stopped and finally had a consistent look, which is like closer to the one that you guys probably saw, like the one that I'm drawing right now, which is kind of like the blue, white, and gold or yellow. She's really, I think she's my favorite female OC technically. This side of the face is really weird looking. It's okay. I'm more used to, I think a lot of artists have a preferred way that they have their faces facing, and I usually have the characters facing to the left. It's just more natural for me to draw. So I don't want to give her too thick of a neck. She just kind of has like her head cocked to the side, and it's just a headshot. I think this is the only kind of like more finished looking Syrie that I've done when I was younger, because a lot of the ones are either really sketchy or it's like wasn't the same look or the outfit that I originally drew her in, so I didn't decide to use any of those older ones. She also have like large hoop earrings, but I don't know how to draw these in less of a dumb way. She wears kind of like a bandana. It's supposed to be kind of like a scarf. So Syrie is kind of like an OC that I made because I had a kind of like an obsession with Vocaloid, so kind of like the idea of like a cute character that can sing and stuff. So I've always wanted to have an OC like Syrie, who was more into like singing, because I think I used to draw her with one of those kind of like these kind of mics like this. And I was really like I as when I was younger, my favorite like Vocaloid to listen to was Gumi. So I think that might have been a reason why I gave Syrie such like green hair, I guess, because for the most part I like giving natural hair colors to OCs. But she's definitely one of the OCs that had, you know, a different hair color. I have one, I think I have two other OCs. So one is, I think, Kenji. So he has more of a turquoisey kind of teal hair color. And then I have Kaori. And she has like purple hair, so but for the most part I really like Syrie's design. Or at least like her upper half, like her hair and her kind of like accessories and stuff, I think were kind of cute. So for her hair, she has like these, I think I make them a little bit more consistently blocky. She kind of has like these side swept bangs. I'll try to make sure to show you guys different pictures that I do have set up Syrie. Because I remember some things about her hair being a little bit longer in the front and almost a little bit shorter in the back. So I'm gonna try to throw in her headband. And on her headband she has like this giant music note. Like I said, I think I said this in Daiki's video, who's like my other OC. I think that was like the other most recent OC that I redrew. I have no music background or anything, so I have no reason, I have no idea why I had so many characters that had music related stuff, because I have no knowledge on it. So like if people were to ask me more about my OCs, I would have very limited knowledge, or if I were to draw stuff with my OCs doing particular things, it would be very limited. I would imagine this thing's light. So imagine how heavy this would be if it was super large and then really weighty. That piece of hair looks out of place though. Should I make her hair a little bit more even? I don't think Syrie's really cute though. I'm not sure why I'm drawing her arms. Wait a second. She is wearing a shirt, so technically this wouldn't be visible. Try to put an indication of where her sleeve kind of ends. Okay, I think that I'm just gonna leave it for now. So duplicate this. I'm gonna set this to multiply. Change the background color, so should I just make it like a light pink for now? What would suit her? Maybe something a little bit warmer? I've been using this kind of color for sketches a little bit more on paint tool size, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this to multiply. Add a new layer so we can start to add in the base colors. So I used to draw Syrie pretty pale. Okay, actually let's clean up the sketch a little bit first. And then I'll change the line, the sketch colors again. It's a little too brown. I would like them to be a little bit more orangey red. I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup right now just to make it a little bit easier on myself when I'm coloring, so I have less to clean up after I merge the layers. Guess who wasn't recording? Sorry if I missed like a whole chunk. I think I just talked over a bunch of things and I forgot to hit record, so sorry if I missed like a whole chunk. But here I'm adding a little bit of different colors to her hair just so we can establish where the lighting's coming from. I'm adding a little bit of visual interest just because I like to add different colors to the hair. Usually, sometimes I forget to do this just because like I'm keeping it very simple. But I think it's nice to do this just to create depth in more of a fun way. I don't know how much footage I just missed. I apologize. Hopefully it wasn't everything. So I did add the kind of like this beige-ish color. Beige is a really light grayish brown color right here. And then after that I added a little bit of a purple and then a little bit of blue just for the shadows. This is how I like to render shadows. I added gold for her scarf and her earrings, which I should really put back in. And then her little music note is technically supposed to be black, but because the picture's kind of warm, we'll do like a really dark, almost like a brownish gray color here. The shadows will make cooler, but for the overall like base color, I'll make it quite warm. Okay, so let's do the shadows for the gold. I guess I'm doing the shadows on this layer for now. Usually I would add a multiply layer just to make the shadows a little bit easier, but this is okay. Gonna add a little bit of like a pinkish purple color. Try to make sure this looks like it's in shadow. I think that's okay. So here we have Syrie so far. I'm gonna deepen the shadows a little bit more on her shirt. And then I think we have to put a shadow right here. And put her ear in shadow. Because I think this actually looks okay in terms of the colors. Looks quite cute. So we're gonna start to clean up everything. So I'm just gonna switch brushes. Don't know if I want to make this lighter. Gonna grab the shadow color. So a lot of this is just gonna be like a lot of cleanup for the most part. I did give her a little bit more texture in her bangs compared to probably the original version, but I think it looks kind of cuter. Otherwise she'll look very, kind of like smooth and round. I think she looks better with a little bit more texture in her hair. I feel like I need to save and a lot of my old sketches and really just save them as PNGs or something, and then upload them somewhere just in case I do lose these files. I'm actually gonna bring in her cheek a little bit. It's a little wide. I think it's part of it is because of this purple shadow I have near her. Kind of like her cheekbone-ish area. It looks like it's like curving it in drastically, so that looks kind of better. So I'm gonna redefine her jawline. It's kind of covered by her hair. I think Syrie has a really pretty hair color though. I'm definitely not attracted that much to like this kind of like vibrant green. I think because like I toned it down to be more of a yellowy green that I like it a little bit more. I feel like if I went like neon green I would definitely hate it. So I'm glad like even when I was younger it wasn't too like bright. I mean it's still bright. I think like that's something that I've consistently done is that I use a lot of bright colors, but hopefully it's not jarring to the eye. I really like to think that my color choices are at least okay and not burning people's eyeballs out when they look at it. Okay, I'm gonna kind of thin out this bottom lash line though. A little bit. Because I feel like the eyes are still uneven, so this is like a lot of liquefying. So hopefully the eyes aren't too off so we can just quickly render them. I don't think it's worse as Daikie's, only because his looked a little bit more like awkward. So hopefully this is okay. This way. And then add a little bit of a bluish green to her eyes over here. Kind of as a stylistic choice. No 17's playing. I think like I'll never get tired of Pretty You ever. I'm just gonna give her lower lashes, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna give her the upper lashes. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. It might be a little bit too much if I give her both. I think I'm like the type to not really indicate lashes for the females that often. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put her earring back in after. I'm just gonna do this back part of her hair first. Another way that I used to like drawing Syrie before was with kind of like the cute, kind of like choppy side swept bangs first, and then I would actually tie her hair to the side, and she has like this really thick stubby kind of like ponytail coming from the side, and it's kind of cute. I don't remember if it's on the opposite side of where her bandana is or if it's on the same side, but I probably already inserted like photos of what that would have looked like, I'm assuming. Okay, so add this to this section. Okay, I'm gonna try to block out all this now so we can get rid of all of these lines. Would have been smarter for me to get rid of the lines, but also I knew I was gonna color this manually like this anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so I'm gonna try to fix this. There's like still things I need to clean up, so there's still stuff like near her eyes. And here. I'm actually gonna quickly do her bangs though. So I don't know if I want to put her headband over this chunk. So I don't know if this is going to be like a whole chunk of hair or if it's like just kind of like divided in a different way instead of it being like the full front piece. So that the headband can kind of peek over this way. I guess I would stop earlier though. Because eventually it'll be like tucked over behind hair. I'll put like a little bit of a highlight in here. I don't think it needed much. It's not really needed. I'm gonna try to erase all these excess lines. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I still think she looks quite cute though. And I changed the camera settings so she's actually not this pasty white color that you guys are seeing. It's just that I thought it'd be easier to see where I'm rendering like a little bit of the darker areas so it doesn't look pitch black. I feel like I kind of want Sato to be similar to Syrie in a sense. I also want to give like Sato kind of large earrings. But I feel like it doesn't work with her hair because her hair is very like fluffy, kind of poofy. Like it's kind of voluminous near her neck and like cheek area, so I don't think it's gonna work. Because right now I think I have her with kind of like these dangling earrings. Because if not, I could always just make her have like just like a bunch of earrings, you know, like where like the whole cartilage is almost like completely filled. Because I feel like she would be the type to do that. I think like that's one thing about like hair in general is like I don't like using repetitive shapes. It's just why it's better to vary kind of like the little lengths of the hair strands and stuff when you can, because it looks a little bit more natural. Because if they all come and stop at the same point, it looks really unnatural and looks kind of like choppy. And then cover this area. We're almost done with her hair. We just have kind of this section. I'm kind of gonna leave this one a little bit more open on this side, I think. I think it's nice to add a little bit of different strands and stuff. I think it's kind of fun. It kind of breaks up some of these chunks up a little bit too. Okay, so I don't know exactly where I left off. But looking at her again, she looks a little derpy still. So... my brain's so brain dead right now. I literally thought today was Thursday. It's only Sunday today. What did I think it was Thursday? My brain's like on a whole different like week in my brain. I still think she looks quite cute. I'm not totally sold on how I did her bangs, but I did say that I wanted to make it a little bit more choppy looking. At least for like this part. I'm just thinking, would it have been better for me to do the hair like this? I think it looks more like her, if that's the case, but I think this still looks like her. Maybe I'll bring up this whole chunk. Because maybe we do have to get rid of this whole chunk right here. Kind of have this longer piece cover the majority of her bangs. That comes from the side part. I don't even know if the things I'm even saying are even like, comprehensible. And then we can just work on the scarf. Or we'll work on the shirt first because since it is on the bottom. Gonna erase some of these stray lines, and hopefully we can get rid of most of these sketchy lines first. And then we need a shadow color for the blue. I'll lean this towards more of a purpley color. That looks really saturated on camera. I promise it's not this saturated. It's more of a like a pale blue. I need to fiddle with my camera settings again. Or my webcam settings. I should have probably curved this actually, so I'm gonna use this to curve it a little bit, because it looks a little bit weird if it's like entirely straight. Tighten this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna find an appropriate color to make this, to do kind of like the line work. I'm gonna change the color of inside here a little bit afterwards, make it a little bit lighter. She looks a little derpy still. And then do this side. Clean this up a little bit more, and then kind of outline the rest of the scarf. I keep calling it a scarf. It's more like a bandana around her neck. I guess it could be like a scarf. Some people tie their scarves like around their necks like this, kind of. That's fine, actually. Just gonna clean up this a little bit more, and then I think we're pretty much done for the most part. Gonna add some other strands in the back. like that. I don't really remember how much I rendered Daiki's. Was the one for Chio. I think Chio's really cleanly rendered, but I think Daiki was a little bit less because I was getting frustrated with it, so I think this one's done though. Yeah, I think this one's done. Oh wait, I lied. It's like tunnel vision. I'm just like looking at only the one thing that I care about, which was like her face and her hair. So I didn't really clean these up quite yet. So let me fix her earrings a little bit. Behind here is technically her hair, so I'm gonna darken this up a bit more. I'm actually gonna darken this side because it's supposed to be in shadow, so I'm gonna take this this gold color, this purpley color. I'll do this on the top part first. Then on the bottom part I'm gonna take this kind of more orangey-ish color, like a brown. Everyone's shoveling right now. Maybe that's better. Okay, go back to the time lapse. I did tilt her head a little bit more to resemble a little bit more of the original. And I made her hair a little bit shorter compared to the original. Just because I believe every time I drew Syrie after, her hair got a little bit shorter and shorter. And that's the end. She's turned out quite pretty. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching me redraw another one of my OCs. And like I said at the beginning of the video, please pick who you like me to redraw next time. I would like to redraw at least maybe 1 or 2 more OCs. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!